Testing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh crap, I forgot to switch. Oh, come on, load. I knew I forgot something. All right, I'm here. I screwed up. I forgot to set up this tablet to control the stream. Come on, load. Ha! There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Why is it so blurry? Building the Lightning Buster Gundam this evening / morning. Yeah, I was gonna start sooner. I had a tooth issue I had to take care of. I think I mentioned it last stream. Can't be helped. Try to fix the video. Come on. That'll do. Okay, yep. Doing this today. I meant to do it yesterday. Overslept. In the tooth issue. Yada yada. You get the deal here. I'm disorganized, and we're just gonna go with that. All right, music. That'll do. But yeah, basically the tooth that oh, that's what that is. That I injured when I fell the other day. I had to find my oh, I forgot to. There, that's it. I forgot to turn on the TTS. I have this plastic that's like heat reactive, you know, thermoplastic, that's it. For the time being, I put it around the peg that tooth goes in with to kind of fit it better for now. They're gonna have to replace it though. Actually, ugh. There we are. That is the tooth. It used to have a point on it. Now it doesn't from hitting the concrete floor. So yeah, basically they have to make a new one and put it where this one was. Ah. Definitely not something I was hoping to do this week, but wait. Okay, no, it's not muted. I thought you were asking if I was muted. I was freaking out for a second. That would mean my mic is broke, and I don't need that shit right now. I do have a spare mic, but my adopted parents are using it when they talk to their one daughter who's in a care home. Basically, what I did was I had already had a spare webcam. So I set up the spare mic and the spare webcam so they could actually have like webcam conversations with their daughter.
Hey you.
Hmm? Oh, hey Gia. I was going to do this Monday, well, tonight instead of now. My hands aren't doing too great today. It makes controlling games more difficult.
That's okay, in working AVS can sleep with the amount of caffeine I drank, lol.
I actually ended up like dosing myself with caffeine. This is like my second one. I just could not stay awake.
YISNT, they're more kitty.
She is in the living room. That would be why.
You've been streaming for almost 25 minutes. There should be been 2 hours of kitty already. Kitty will soon show. She SA Kitty.
Yeah, you know her. She's comes in here when she comes in here, not a second sooner. I had to remove an acquaintance today because they were saying dumb shit and it was just getting out of hand. So when it comes to our military, a lot of people come home with disabilities and stuff. Let me move the mic. And so we have like the Veterans Administration. Well, he projects himself to be very like middle of the road. But today he said the dumbest shit that was along the lines of he didn't know what DEIA has ever done for veterans, and I was like, dude, you know the veterans at the VA. That's what they do. That's like literally DEIA. They help disabled veterans, like get them accessibility, help get them jobs. I was just like, what the fuck? This shit's going too far. That's not entirely why I deleted him. That was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. He got
I
really...
had an agreement with a viewer about giving Elon Musk money with investments.
Wait, what do you mean?
Agreement oops.
Oh. Argument. I keep explaining, like, I don't like being political, but if it's shit that affects my life, I'm gonna voice my not just opinion, but my life experience.
Stupid autocorrect. I told him you should not give billionaires money just to make a little back.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, especially since they've been talking about investing, like retirement into companies. It's like that's totally required, you know, like if something happens to the stock market, that would mean people's retirements is gone. So that's dumb. Beyond dumb, in fact.
I told him he lies about being a top Diablo player. Other people could use that money, lol.
He's literally just going to use your investment to pay off some actually good Diablo player to play it instead. Oh, and he tried to argue about the the Medicaid thing from 2 weeks ago, saying that the states took down Medicaid because, and they do manage their portals. That's true, but the system is all tied into one single system, and that Medicaid system is run specifically by the government. If that database isn't working, everything is taken down. So not knowing that told me, like, he's talking out of his asshole. Like, I don't mind arguing my points with people, but when you are
Where does he think the money comes from, really?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and from what I know, pharmacists also have access to these portals. I mean, they kind of have to. When it comes to, like, prescriptions and shit. So when a pharmacist tells me they can't fill my prescription because, you know, the portal is down, or at least the system that's tied into the portal, that the whatever, you know, whatever insurance that they're going through to do that is down. Yeah. I'll listen to a pharmacist who handles that shit over a guy who thinks his ex-military experience will fill him in on every single detail of how our systems work.
Who asked this?
I'll give you a screen name in Discord. One sec. Ah. There you go. Oh, now he's bitching because someone drew art of
just me picking up medication at the pharmacy for my old roommate's grandma. They would give me a hard time sometimes, BC. She would take too many pills to kill the pain, and they thought I was sus, or they never got the insurance prescription claim arrive. So just that alone speaks a lot about the pharmacy and ties to information.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Anyway, basically the guy was just bitching about someone drew art of animated series Batman, but with the Catwoman black. And he's like, "Oh my god, blackwashing! I'm so sick of this shit." If someone wants to draw something a certain way, let them. It doesn't affect you. It's not hard to just sit back and mind your own business.
I think TTS brokes.
No? Is it too quiet or something?
ONVM. I didn't hear my last comment, so I'm like, ah.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, the lesson of the day is just because it doesn't help you specifically doesn't mean it doesn't help others.
A new lesson, thank you, wise cheese god.
Okay, I think I did that right. Another big thing is really often, if you've been a veteran, you'll be more likely, or give your resume will be given more weight. That's kind of the thing that they say they don't want. So if you got rid of that, you would be getting rid of that consideration too. Unless they think they'll get it anyway, which is like, LOL, no. Doesn't work that way, Chief. Why aren't you... Oops. Well, that's broke. Guess we'll just wing it. But yeah, at this rate, I feel like if you're working against your own best interests on topics like that, because you don't know what better, well, the training wheels are off now. No one's looking out for you. Obviously. So if you want something, if you want a thing that's detrimental to you, you'll get it. If you don't want considerations for jobs based on, you know, maybe serving the country or something, then you won't have that anymore. GG. When everything's said and done, though, and everyone's fucked themselves out of rights, they're gonna, even though I don't like Biden, I mean, they're gonna blame him. Never mind the fact that it's like that's the side effect of what you wanted. You didn't want accessibility, well, now you don't have it. There it goes. Yeah, I have the feeling that the people who say this shit honestly have no idea how these systems work to begin with, and they're going off of what some anchor on some news show said how he thought the system worked. And when you base it on that, instead of, having actually gone through it or working for that system, you kind of don't have the right to have an opinion, to be honest. Like, I mean, you can have an opinion, just keep it to yourself, because you're probably wrong. Back in my day, people didn't talk about shit they had no idea how function. It's kind of like my working with computers. I have
DK system of the down sugar comes to mind.
That's actually a fascinating reference, but yeah.
Well, in the opening audio, the news anchor is like admitting to brainwashing you, lol.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. People put their trust in dumb people. You could be someone who administrates the fucking system itself. And if they heard so and so from some guy somewhere else that they trust more, who may have no idea how the system works, mind you, they'll be like, oh, but that blah 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 said, and I believe them. And that is why you're going to remain stupid. I used to argue that I believed there should be an IQ test before you're allowed to vote. And if it's below a certain number, say 80, 90, somewhere in there, that you shouldn't be allowed to vote because you're not competent enough to make that kind of decision. And I'd always meet pushback against it. And 99% of the time, it was people who knew that if they were tested for how intelligent they were, they knew they wouldn't beat the test.
Quiet literally LMAOO.
Or like someone who had the worst intentions and relied on stupid people who didn't, know better to win what they wanted. Like that's how it almost always went. And I don't feel bad for accusing them of that because they kind of end up proving me right later in life. I've had time for this to play out because this is something I would say back in high school.
You can help being stupid, but if you can help, just don't make it worse, lol.
Right. No, absolutely. Some people, they can't help it. But if they don't have the right to vote, they can't make things worse for themselves or others. Like, when I'm old, I expect 100% that I'm going to go senile. I expect it. And now, having a sane mind, currently knowing better, I am okay with not having the right to vote if it means I'll harm myself or my own rights. Like, it sounds weak, I guess. Or, well, when it happens to you, you'll change your mind. And I'm sure when I'm not sane, when I'm not of sound mind, I'm going to have a different opinion. But that's what insane people, dumb people, think. It's the same way children see their parents engaging in vices. So, you know, tend to follow through or mimic those later in life. But if you let them do those vices as children, like, they're not of sound mind to make those decisions. We don't let them vote. We absolutely don't have a problem not allowing children to vote either.
That brings me back to when everyone on the school bus was voting Obama if they could be see he was black lol.
Well, and a lot of people who were okay with Obama being president also used it as an argument later. Like, well, we had a black president, so we're not racist anymore. It's like, what? But you didn't even vote for him.
In terms of picks for 2009, it was a good pick, but it's not BC he was black.
No, that's absolutely the right answer. Given the economic conditions, given the foe we had, I want to say what he said he would do is what we needed. I think later on with basically drone attacking, like, literally anywhere in the Middle East that even seemed like a semi-threat. The injuries to civilians that took place both during his administration and the Bush administration, you know, that we could have done without that. In fact, that's why they hate us now.
Yeah, Obama just said send drones, not people, problem solved lol.
Shit.
It's crazy to look back on presidents in general TBH.
Oh yeah, really. It's kind of like post-nut clarity, especially if it's someone who you voted for. Really often, it's like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, take Bush voters, for example. Like, he was all for starting a war in the Middle East. But those people now are like totally anti-war and keep talking about how they want an end to endless wars. Even though we're currently voted for someone who...
I still have yet voted for a president BC of work and everyone calling off I had no time off to vote myself.
Actually, that's a good reason to, if you can, do an absentee ballot. Like, you can do it and not be sick. Before my illness, you know, meant I couldn't leave the house for it, I would always do an absentee.
In the state I was in, they were misplacing votes through that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Even here, certain postal workers would actually just leave bags of ballots laying around. Someone found a trash bag of them in the city. Like, they were real ballots. They were just misplaced. When I was younger, we had online voting. And that is honestly the safest way. Because if you vote online, it's instantaneously received. It can be instantly calculated and tabulated. Like, people say, well, it can be hacked. Well, yeah. That can be done in physical ballots too. Like, the answer to that is having it always visible to where you can log in and see that you voted for that person. And if you see that it's different from what you voted for, you can report it then and be like, hey, someone hacked the system because that's not who I voted for. And then they can actually, you know, that's how you get trust in voting again. That's how you fix that. And for some reason, they just aren't doing it. And it's stupid. Not having online voting in the digital age is the biggest mistake a country can make. I'm trying to find the window. There. Honestly, physical voting and the mail-in voting are wastes of money. Like we talk about.
Yeah, so it drove me nuts. I missed voting twice so far as an adult. All BC I had to work and fill in for them, constantly calling off for work.
We talk about waste and misuse. Well, what's forcing people to vote by mail instead of doing it online? That seems like a pretty big waste of resources to me.
Stone Age thinking.
You gotta do it in person. You gotta vote in person. Like, fuck you. Screw you, old man. It's my time now. Hell, a lot of countries do it online, and it's
I
been
remember
safer.
my roommate's parents trying to force me to vote Trump, and when I asked why they couldn't, he really think of any reasons like brah.
There's no reason to vote for him. Absolutely no reason. He proved he was a liar before he even got into office. Saying things like, oh, well, he'll reduce grocery costs. How? They asked him how like a million times. He didn't have an answer. You know why? Because he doesn't, it's not going to happen. Just like he talked about getting rid of the Affordable Care Act. Like, he didn't have an answer. He didn't have a plan that was, like, quote, better. Like, there are literally people who voted for Trump because he would get rid of
Bunch of
Obama.
goons doing goon things.
Because he'd get rid of Obamacare. They don't realize that Obamacare is the ACA. And so now they're whining because, oh, well, I got my insurance through the Affordable Care Act, so I can't afford it anymore. It's like, no shit, dingus. This is what happens. That's the best example of people not understanding.
Oh, yeah,
People who have no idea what the fuck is going on, voting for shit they don't comprehend. I can tell you the biggest waste, and it isn't Medicaid. It's the military. Like half the budget, their budget goes missing, and every time they're audited, where is it? I don't know. It's just out in the ether somewhere. Let's give them only half from now on. Since they keep losing half. Problem solved. Like Christ. Also, Elon Musk should not have access to our data. I'm sorry. I don't care what political party you're in.
People
if you
are delulu
believe
now. End days, it's hard living like this and not going insane. XD.
if people are dumb enough to believe that the world's richest man, who actually wants more government contracts via your tax money, is going to do anything but find basically that all the citizens in a country, all of their benefits are pretty much a waste. If you don't believe that, you get checked for brain damage. Like, I'm dead serious. You have to be stupid. No, not stupid. Brain damaged. To believe that Elon Musk has your best interest in
Hey,
mind.
I have brain damage.
Oh, right. You have brain damage and you know better. There's no excuse. There's literally no excuse to believe that. You having brain damage accidentally made it worse. Because even you know better.
I have brain damage and know better. Yeah, it's driving me insane. I say the same stuff and go, wait, I have brain damage.
Like, I'm honestly thinking about doing like a once a week political stream at this point. There are people who have far more dog shit opinions than me for no reason at all. They get a chance to say the dumb shit. Why can't I say something and it be smarter? It actually
Political
be,
parenting
quote,
with Jack Cheese.
common sense. Jeez. Well, and I hate getting political because I hate rejection. And you know, every time you say something, you risk someone yelling at you. I don't deal well with that. But at the same time, if I don't say something, I have one of the best standpoints on this. I'm someone who's gone through the system. I actually know how the internal system works. Like, when it comes to like these what should we call it, safety net resources for people, I get it. Meanwhile, you have people who are billionaires who don't even fathom how these systems could work, making decisions on how they should function. It's like, no, you don't even shut up. Literally shut up. I don't care if you're rich. I don't have to respect you. I think some of you noticed I don't respect anybody, in fact. Well, I do, but like not that.
Respect is complex rule.
It's like, I don't respect you because you're a president of the United States. I didn't respect Biden because he was president of the United States. I respect people, what they do with that power, depending on what they do with that power. But you can't demand respect based on your position. That's stupid, and no. Just no. I will not. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that?
He said the line lol. Like, if your first concern
in politics is, quote, DEIA. And its removal, like getting it taken out. Yeah, no, you shouldn't. You don't have the right to decide jack shit. You just don't. We're done here. Game over. You've lost. You're a failure. You're working against your own self-interest. I don't want to hear from you. You have nothing of value to say. Dare I say you're not of value to society because you're so stupid. I've gotten so angry lately that I never call people the R word. I just don't. I always found it as offensive to be called that in school because I was actually I had an IEP. So I was in special ed, technically. And it's not because I was that. It's because I just learned differently. And once I had an IEP, I got constant A's. I did the same classwork as everyone else. I just didn't do it in groups. I did it by myself. And I made it an A every class after having that IEP. But that's why I don't like that word. But ever since this last year, people talking about the dumbest shit, not thinking, not actually thinking, just repeating, parroting. I've wanted to use it more and more. And I'm so afraid one of these days I'm just going to say it. It has flipped out of my mouth on occasion. I will admit it. I'll just get it out of the way. I'm sorry I've actually said it. But there's a but. Like, I'm being pushed to the brink by idiots. And I do feel remorse for it. So I feel like there's some room there for forgiveness, hopefully.
Any were your thoughts sniffing butts in old school RuneScape?
Wait, what? What? How? What?
Yes or no?
With consent.
LMAOO. Of course, of course.
Only consensual but sniffing.
Now what about old school RuneScape furry rights?
Wait a sec, I'm trying to figure this out. Am I doing it wrong? No, it has to be this way. Oh shit.
Tread carefully.
Where's my glue? Shit. Kitty, this is why you're not allowed on my desk anymore. As for furries, as for furries, you know what? It's a fantasy game, and it's your fantasy if you're a furry. So yes, I am pro furry rights in RuneScape. As long as there's consensual yiffing.
That S what S up tubes.
I was looking for this. My adopted dad gave me that the other day and I could not find it. Shit.
We were watching a RuneScape furry troll video and the creator was sniffing butts and woofing in the game. It's my stream's new greeting to sniff butts.
Ah, shit. My vape broke. Now I gotta replace that.
Not the vape.
Yeah, the vape. It's... like, if I find the glue, I can kind of glue it back in place, but it's only gonna work temporarily. Oh, come on. It's gotta be here somewhere.
The horror mine is kinda scaring me since it toasted my last coil doing a ohms atomizer test.
Oh yeah, I need to get a rebuildable atomizer again. I used to have one. You know, where you put the coil in it and then you put the stuff in, usually cotton. I haven't found one since. I just cannot find a new RBA. Speaking of.
Oh, the RDA tank, I like the Freakshow V2, but it might not be out there anymore.
I wish they hadn't stopped making them all. Now everything has to have a, you know, the pre-made atomizer things, and I don't. That costs more money than I'm willing to spend, to be honest. Like with my old RBA.
I miss my mechanical box mod so much.
It would only cost me like $5 for a year of like coils and cotton. For these, it costs $5 per atomizer. And that gets to be pretty fucking expensive.
I would buy Japanese cotton, though it only lasted me 6 months, but it's the best cotton I ever tasted.
I used to buy this stuff called cotton bacon. Because basically that's what it looked like. The cotton would come in strips and you'd stretch it out, and if you stretched it, it looked like bacon. That worked really well. It was more expensive. It was like $11 a
That's wild, lol.
pack. Please stay down.
For Japanese cotton it was like R48 for roughly 15 sheets or less, I believe. You had to cut it myself to fit me coil.
not working that well. I wish I could remember which one of these worked. Way too big. Maybe it's this one. This must be the head that you use on the Nintendo Switch's screws. That doesn't work.
I wait patiently for my secret gamer grill project to deliver again from West Coast.
Wait, what?
You mentioned Nintendo screws, it's all I can say.
Oh, okay.
They package USPS failed to deliver for 2 weeks, finally sent it back, and the seller shipped it with FedEx free of charge for me, so I wait for them to drop it off.
Right, you told me about that.
Big hype.
I know one of these has to be it.
It's gonna be the greatest gamer grill project, Danny Trump voice.
We're going to win bigly.
Everyone will think I'm stupid till they see all my hard work.
I don't know what to do. I can't find it. I've got another one of these somewhere, but problem is my cat keeps swatting stuff off my desk. I'm gonna have to like I don't know. Maybe I'll have to seal, like, not let her in this room anymore, and have the other bedroom, like, just be the bedroom.
Rip vape.
It's like the worst possible time for that to happen, too. If it had happened when I had a job, that would be one thing. Ha! That'll work. You can fix anything with enough super glue and screws. You can even fix a relationship, but you just don't need the super glue then. Get it? Screws. Screws. I made it funny. It was about codependence and using sex as a mechanism to stay together. I need to find that other super glue bottle because this isn't going to be enough to work on something I have planned later. Little shit. Ew. I forgot to clean that out the last time I used it. Oops. What was that to? Oh well. Bottle's gotten way more drippy since the cat has been knocking it in the floor constantly. Hopefully I don't run out soon. Or get it everywhere.
Drippy like lunchly nacho cheese.
I like my nachos drippy, man. Or like, no, I like my cheese drippy. God. I think someone should explain to... That was Logan Paul, right? Someone should explain that cheese, even nacho cheese, shouldn't be, quote, drippy. If it is, that's gross. It means that your
I can
cheese...
tell the difference between Dumbo 1 and Dumbo 2 lol.
The cheese has too high a water content. That means that you're not eating really... Either not cheese or it's got too high a water content. So I like my cheese drippy, brah, is the dumbest possible statement a Paul could make. Oh, Night Lancet.
Good nighty. I crave nachos now.
Same. Preferably not drippy.
Gimme dat condensation.
Blech.
XD.
Can't help to notice more often than not, a lot of people that are like militantly pro-life are really often like in and of themselves really good examples of why you shouldn't have children. And the Paul brothers are a good example of that. Like, don't procreate. You could end up with this.
I had one old friend who tried to argue with me about the American birth rates degreasing, and I'm like, that's a good thing in my book, lol.
Well, yeah, especially in the US. Like,
Decreasing.
companies, well, specifically people like Elon Musk, they want us to have more kids, but they want us to have more kids so they have workers to exploit. More people that need jobs means they have less of a reason to pay more money. Because then everyone's competing for the job as opposed to competing to hire. So they want us to procreate. That's literally the only reason. It has nothing to do with religion. But the religious nutjobs don't realize that, and they're fine getting taken advantage of as long as, you know, my Jesus.
I was just in shock BC. I had to teach him how to do dishes and make ramen lol in his mid-30s.
That's sad.
I am like, dude, we don't need more of you right now, we can survive without.
You are 100% right. Well, that's another thing. More births means more disabled people. And I'm looking at this from their point of view, mind you.
Some bloodlines must perish.
More disabled people means, you know, the system has to accommodate for them. But they don't want to accommodate for them. That's part of why they're getting rid of DEIA, as they call it. They don't want to, like, have to be accessible to disabled people. They don't want to have to, you know, help them with bills and groceries and finding somewhere to live. They don't want to do that. So you either have more birth rates, a higher birth rate, and take care of people, or you get rid of disability access and have a lower birth rate. Either way, like, make a decision, guys. You don't get both. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. Like, really actually sorry to be the one to tell you, because you're a pain in my ass. Like, Elon Musk, supposedly the quote smartest man alive, which LOL bullshit. He's just good at investing. He didn't make the fucking Tesla. Like, if he doesn't know this shit, why are you trusting him? Ah, shit. Also, when a guy who builds toys on live streams to a crowd of like 3 people knows more about government than you do, and you are in government, you failed. Go home. Ten. Ha. Left. Right. I'm sorry, 2 viewers, not 3. My apologies. When 18, 19. I might go ahead and do a Final Fantasy Rebirth stream after this. I'll have to make up for the lack of viewers I had this stream just because, you know, they base showing your stream to people to watch based on how many viewers you have or have had, all that shit.
As you wish him fighting Blender lol.
What? Oh, fighting Blender. It gets annoying because people will say shit like you shouldn't worry about your viewer count, you know, you should worry about it and compare. It's like, dude, if I don't worry about it, Twitch doesn't show me to other people. So yeah, fuck yeah, I'm worried about it. Shut up. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Black Desert Online viewers and they were going nuts about the game still when I was playing Fortnite lol.
Those poor Black Desert fans are probably starved. Please give us a stream. Please. Please, sir, may I have some more? More Black Desert, please. We haven't had attention in years. We need more players, please.
Yeah, one viewer was like, ILL catch you next Black Desert stream, and I'm like, dude, I play more retro games than this lol.
Crap, I haven't checked the Zoom thing to see if it worked. That's a little off, but it'll do. There we go. And there. Shit. Maybe they're on the side. Yeah, there they are. Smart decision to actually fill the mold through the peg instead of somewhere else in the piece. That way it's practically invisible.
Big brain moment.
They didn't put thought into shit like that back in the early 2000s. So you couldn't cut like I do, where I get like right up on the part and just snip. You'd have to cut it out with a piece of the runner attached, and then like slowly file it down to get rid of that big nub where they filled it.
Like a dentist, lol.
Kinda, yeah. Kinda. Oh shit, where'd that piece go? Oh, come on. Maybe I put it in here to keep it away from her. I did not.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
You loosing stuff.
Oh yeah, no. This And sadly, since my Switch is foobar in the cartridge slot, it just isn't going to work at this point ever, because the actual connector on the inside's fucked up. No, I've got 2 Switch games I can't play. So I have to get rid of these somehow.
I say we riot.
Now you're speaking my language. Sorry. Kinda like bending all sorts of directions at the moment. Where did it go? Ah, crap. Hang on, looking for a flashlight.
I shall nibble on squid jerky.
Oh, good.
I thought they were squid flavored chips. I got way more than I asked for, lol.
Yeah, you didn't think it was like the whole ass squid, just flavor. Oh, come on, where did it go?
So good though.
She's bapped it off while I was sleeping, and now it's hidden under something. I'll never find it. This is why I don't like her being in here.
Under D's.
Under these nuts. Oh. Did find one of the missing wires though. Actually, maybe it's in here somewhere. No. Oops, all wires. I guess I'll have to order another one. Which sucks. I have no idea where it went. It was that bent piece that I was looking for the super glue initially for, and now I can't find it. It was just here. Shit. I'll have to improvise somehow for that, I guess. Maybe I can cut a piece out of the runner itself. Just kind of like fit it in.
Witchcraft. Sorry, it looked like my screen is getting all dark for some reason occasionally. Can't tell if it's my camera or if it's my monitor going. What you mean?
Well, I've got the stream up on the camera closest to me. I mean, on the monitor closest to me. And the screen kept getting dark for some reason. I couldn't tell if it was like literally the camera or if it was the monitor.
I'm not sure now you mention it.
Like if it gets dark and you see it, let me know, because then it is the camera and I can fix it. Probably. Oh. That's why that didn't work. It was a perk for oh shit. Oh well. Hopefully I find it. Sorry.
It's okay, I don't need my ears anymore.
8 and 9. Got it. I also found little pieces of plastic, I think, were from inside this. So that's no good. That should fix it. Oh, earlier I mentioned I was, I had an IEP. Basically, it's a plan that allows people who learn differently to, like, do it that way instead of, like, with the other students. Yeah, that's DEI now. Teachers that do that are getting fired. So the shit. If I were going to school now, despite my intelligence, I would fail.
How wonderful.
These idiots are dooming themselves. Ah, there it is.
Yo.
Oh, hey, Cal. Thanks.
CANMT here, yet forgot to charge my headset overnight. I had to take double of the same subject classes, but it's because I transferred so much.
That happened to me when my parents divorced. My mom and stepdad moved me from Virginia to New York to North Carolina, and I had repeats of classes. So I started out really bad in a class, and like 3 years later, I took the same class like in North Carolina and like aced it. Also, schools in the South are really behind schools in the North. Like at the time, they were really far behind.
Well, they thought I was stupid till 2 months and they put me in honor classes. Lol BC, I took the class in different grade.
Right. That's not uncommon. Actually, that's another situation
So
where
annoying having 2 algebra classes a day.
that's another reason to have IEPs is for situations like that.
Yeah, the kids in there needed it, but like I just got there lol. They were fun classes compared to the usual, but I would be so bored second time doing the same class in a day.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
Yeah, so I ended up double of every class to catch up only to transfer again and repeat.
Ugh, that would piss me off.
I took Algebra 2 in middle school and had to take it again just for a high school credit.
That shit like that happened to me too, and it's silly. It's really silly. It's inefficient. It's a waste of the student's time.
Meanwhile, my old classmates are doing Callis lol.
Fuck calculus. When I was in college, I'm not a math person. It's just not my thing. So, I was able to substitute. So initially I tried I tried taking a math class. It was oh crap, I forget. I want to say it was calculus, but I could not get it to make sense in my head. I just could not. And again, part of that's, you know, the southern school systems are behind, so that's just not something I had any education in. But they allowed me to substitute. I chose my macro and microeconomics. I aced it. Like, once I was able to apply mathematical concepts to something like on a real in a real sense, I was able to do it.
I wanted to take it just to say I was smart lol. I hate math though. I couldn't teach you if I tried lol.
Shit.
I passed geometry by the thin string, mostly cheated with a friend. BCI didn't he have to take it in my other school?
That's another one I hated.
I hated geometry. I literally missed the part they set the foundation. I could only do the algebra part.
That was pretty similar for me too.
I fucking hate triangles. XD.
You sound like me when I was talking about card games and Final Fantasy.
Yeah lol.
I will fucking stab a triangle. I will murder it.
Me looking on the test, yep, that's an obtuse triangle, and why is this part of the issue? I used to just doodle how many times I could make the link triangle thing work. From Zelda.
Oh, okay. That's silly. They should have made it so those could flip out. Instead, you have to, like, replace them whenever you do it. That's dumb. These are so easily lost. Why would you do that?
We riot.
Quick observation I've made. Hang on, I gotta fix this. Okay, so the people I've noticed that want to close or hate public school are either A, mad that they aren't all religious, B, rich, so they didn't go, or C, just did really bad in school. just did really bad.
Depending on the public school, it was okay for the most part. I can say the most ghetto was the worst, lol.
I think the worst schools I attended were only bad because they needed more funding, honestly. Specifically the one in Elmira, New York.
When your school takes away hallway passes, BC students do weird stuff. Was rigged when I had to use the bathroom, lol.
Hopefully that holds. Oh, come on. I'll tell you what really ticks me off. JD Vance wrote that stupid book and said how he basically to figure out, quote, how it felt, he banged a couch, like the cushions. No, we don't do that. That's a him. That's a him thing. Dude's making us look bad in Appalachia, and yeah, fuck that guy. In fact, he shouldn't be allowed to write books anymore. Unless it's an apology letter to the South.
I had to Google it, lol.
It's pathetic. I'm not saying I did it, but if he was really that curious, he could have asked his cousin. I'm sorry.
I've heard this happen in my home state by a few weirdos.
my ex-girlfriend's sister and her cousin. Yeah, they she got pregnant by him. And then made my girlfriend watch the kid.
Wow.
Yeah. We couldn't go out on dates or anything because she was constantly stuck home watching that damn brat. Meanwhile, her sister and cousin would go out all the time. One time I actually fought back about it. And the sister gave me some lip about it. Like she was like arguing like, no, who do you think you are, blub? I was like, hey, how do you think your dad would think of you if he knew that your son was your cousin's kid? After that, it got a little bit easier to get time with my girlfriend. She was still a massive bitch, but
That wild.
yeah. That's that done. So now the pair is complete.
Let's FRIGGINGGOO.
Just a second. Okay, let me see. That needs to go into the other room. Next stream, I'll build this kit, the Aeon, and EOS got me. And then the stream after that, I'll get this H2 Magnum built. I mean next Gunpla stream, not next stream. That's just so there's no misunderstanding. So yeah. I am going to move my setup back over to the desk so I can stream. God, why is it so bright? Let me fix this really quick.
There we go, can hear. BC, it's 8 AM for you.
There's the problem. It was the camera. It was making this thing all blurry. Wish I could find my other super glue though, because this thing's almost out. Oh well. Yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, that must be where I took my arm and paint last time. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back in a few minutes with Final Fantasy stuff.